Welcome back, gods and goddesses, to the Gifted Goddess channel, where I channel my gifts for the collective advantage. And I encourage you to not only seek your gifts, but to find meaningful ways to use them for the collective as well. This is an urgent message as I was seeing 911. When I channeled this, again, when I got up today, I saw 911 again, so I knew this was a message to be delivered today. The trumpet has sounded. I repeat, the trumpet has sounded. My countrymen all, so awake from your slumber and answer the call. The torch has been lighted, the dawn is at hand. Who joins the fight for his own nature land? That is the theme song of the PNP, People's National Party of Jamaica. So something about that is significant. Again, I've been getting heavy Jamaica energy. And as I stated before, I remember seeing a video someone made saying basically that the revolution must include Jamaica because they have enough pride, right? They do not give a ready for war. It can be on anytime, any place, right? And they're just a prideful people and down for the cause. And just that Rastafarian energy where the goal again is always unity, love, treating people with love and respect, living through the love in your heart and doing what's right just because it's right. Not so much worried about monetary gain. So take that as it may resonate, but we have bigger fish to fry. Heavy Jamie Foxx energy was coming through. A lot of his works have been coming through my channeling, movies, songs, you name it. For this channel, I got law-abiding citizens. Basically, it doesn't matter anymore being a good citizen. It really doesn't matter to them. The powers that were, right? You can do all the things that you need to do, but it's hard for us to get ahead still, right? So regardless if you are a law-abiding, tax-paying citizen, you still find yourself in the energy and spirit of lack, always having to work harder but never getting ahead, right? Something about that is significant. As we can see, the financial crisis among us across different nations. And what we do know is we are all one. And so if you don't believe that, wait until a financial crisis hit. Once one country's money or once one country's financial market plummets, it tanks the rest of them. So if you are in the belief that we're not all connected in more ways than one, just watch the money. That should just show you right there how connected we are and how we should be unifying instead of segregating ourselves as if our each own country is its own world, right? Change is upon us. As I said, it is among us now. So something about the game Among Us could be significant. I've never played it, but I'm seeing the green one in my head. So there's green, blue, and red, I believe. Maybe yellow too. So something about that is significant. Sorry is coming through the game. Sorry. So a lot of childish games being played. Because then I saw Monopoly earlier today. The movie Spawn came up as well. It's an older movie with Michael J. White in it. The movie is from 1997. 138 could be significant. That could be a confirmation for someone that this message is for you. So, like I said, Michael J. White is in this movie, has to be one of my first celebrity crushes. So, something about that could be significant. I'm just seeing the clown here. Clowns can be significant, and we do know they signify just a trickster energy. And sacred clowns are significant throughout different cultures as they kind of stir the pot with their satire and humor. What I didn't know is clowns or sacred clowns are often involved in initiating people by roasting them, basically. So if you can handle a clown basically ripping you apart, you're ready for the stage, you're ready for, I guess, your moment, you're ready for a specific position or seat in power, right? We see this with roasts all the time. The Tom Brady roast is coming up to my, but excuse me, confirmation. You have to basically survive the roasting of the comedians and celebrities alike. So something about it is significant. But let's get back into the movie Spawn. Spawning is significant. The synopsis of the movie is a government assassin, Al Simmons, Michael J. White, is unalived after being double crossed by his boss, Jason Wynn, who is played by Martin Sheen. Upon arriving in hell, Simmons is offered an opportunity to return to Earth if he's willing to lead an evil army. He accepts and is reincarnated as the Hellspawn, a twisted, horribly disfigured version of his former self. However, Spawn serves as a force of good, much to the dismay of the devil's henchman, a wicked clown, played by John Leguizamo. I believe that's how you say that. This movie's from 1997. Spawn 2 was in 98 and King Spawn in 2025. There's also a Spawn recall, but what I'm just getting from that is quite literally someone has made a deal with the devil himself to return to Earth, right? And they have agreed to wreak havoc. However, this person perhaps had a call to consciousness, or I would hope, right? And eventually agrees to serve doing good, much to the dismay of the devil's henchmen. So something about that movie, that story is significant. Perhaps, we could look at this from, as I always say, a individual standpoint, local, global, you name it, right? But let's just say, lower vibrational entity, whether in your life, whether in your local government or neighborhood or surrounding area, to global, right? Someone, has agreed to this type of energy. We'll just leave it at that, right? We'll see. So what I'm just now hearing is soon they'll see and they'll all know I wouldn't even harm a fly. And that was a quote from Bates Motel. And, that's when Norman Bates, who suffered from, I believe, dissociative identity disorder, where he, would take on the personality of his mother, or his alter was his mother. Something about that is significant. Someone has multiple split personalities, probably antisocial personality disorder. Somebody has an extreme personality disorder, an extreme disconnect, right? From not only themselves, but society as a whole, to where they are agreeing to do things negatively or be a lower vibrational energy in life. A leopard can't change his spots if he tried. So, with that Bates quote, Norman Bates made the quote when he turned to his mother. Soon they'll see and they'll all know I wouldn't even harm a fly. This is after he had unalived several people. So someone is so disassociated, and I'm getting the people around them flying monkeys. This is narcissistic behavior. 1111. I got a notification, something about 1111 as I was saying that. So change is upon us, or perhaps like the movie, there will be a cause for change, a call to consciousness, right? The trumpet has sounded. It's just giving me the judgment card, right? Where that trumpet is being blown. So we could have Archangel Gabriel in the energy sounding the trumpet, calling judgment on different situations and circumstances in different arenas, right? Individually, locally, globally. The trumpet has sounded, and I saw that yesterday, 3 strikes. So 3 strikes and someone's out. The trumpet has, I'm getting, had to be sounded because this energy is relentless on winning by any means necessary. As I was saying, the quote from Norman Bates, any of these names could be significant. He was so disassociated, he had convinced himself that he'd done nothing wrong, right? The mother figure in him, or the alternate personality. So he was so disconnected and disassociated after unaliving multiple people, causing carnage is what I'm getting. Hiding bodies and doing different things. He convinced even himself that he wouldn't even harm a fly, but he was aware that they were watching him, right? The altar was aware that he was being watched. So someone's being watched. And I'm getting this is a spiritual thing because he was kind of in like an interrogation room and cameras were watching. So someone could be actually being interrogated or being watched. But okay, so yeah, somebody is watching the watcher is what I'm hearing. Something about cameras is significant, but this mom or this alter of his personality was aware that they were being watched. So they started performing for the camera, basically. Something about that is significant. I got a leopard can't change his spots if he tried. 1111 came up as I was channeling this message right now, recording. So something about significant changes coming through, perhaps this call to consciousness, right? And what I'm getting from that is NDE, usually that's what causes people to have a call to consciousness, wake up, recognize, do that internal inventory, assess themselves. Something about mental health and assessments are in the energy. Perhaps that's something that's going to be required. That's something that they'll be inspired to do after they get this call of consciousness. And right, so it could be through an NDE experience. If you don't know what that means, look it up. Also, I'm getting heavy dreams. If we dream of our ending, right, that's a call to consciousness as well. So something drastic will have to occur for these people to get out of this low vibrational energy. I'm just getting by any means necessary because, as I mentioned before, the energy here is too low vibrational, so we have to raise the standard. Standard is in hell, basically. I just saw a video on Twitter of a young girl pepper spraying a teacher for taking her phone. Something about phones are significant. Pepper spray. I don't know. Just beware and, be safe. Keep your head on a swivel. A leopard can't change its spots if he tried. Something was spotted. A spotter could be significant. And that's usually in the gym, right? With lifting weights. Shots fired have been detected. So where I live, I don't know if they have this in every city, but they have shot spotters. So something was spotted. Again, we have this heavy surveillance camera energy. So something was caught on candy camera, is what I'm hearing. Something or someone is in the line of fire. I'm getting Scorpio energy. 11:10 could be significant. That could be someone's birthday, or this date will be significant for someone in the energy. Christmas Carnage is a movie. That's what came up when I was channeling this. Don't crucify the messenger. If you overstand, you don't have to try to understand. I never saw this movie, but Christmas Carnage is in the energy. What I'm just getting from that is people will be reaping gifts as heavy as their sin. Usury is significant, and that's just high interest rates that are illegal allegedly in America because the interest rates are crazy right now. So I don't know how that's not usury, but they don't have a cap on the interest they can charge, right? So heavy gifts, right? You reap what you sow, and usurp is significant as well. And that's just when someone or something I'm getting takes the place of someone in position of power unlawfully. So kind of creating a dictatorship or an overthrowing of power, if you will, right? Something about that is significant. It is among us. Change is among us, right? By any means necessary, however it gotta happen. The movie Sinners came through as well. Something about that movie is significant. I'm hearing John. Oh, John is right there. John, David, Gabriel, Michael. So we have heavy archangels in the energy and ancestors. Something about a warden is significant. Then I just got a slammer in jail cells. Multiple. So we sounds like we'll have multiple people in jail cells, whether spiritually or physically. I heard financially as well. So someone's finances are being binded so they can't, I'm getting, do this low vibrational, pay for this low vibrational energy, or basically that's what enables them to do what they typically do, to be in this low vibrational energy and whatever they're doing to people. I'm getting, okay, as long as they are making money and like reaping the material rewards of life, they don't see there's any problem with it, right? Because to them, they're being blessed with money. So how could I see anything I'm doing is wrong? So that's being binded up as well. Buckets came through, and I just got slam dunking, raining on people's heads. So just imagine, I'm just getting an all-star team now. I'm seeing, we're playing basketball. What is that movie with the Looney Tunes and Michael Jordan? So imagine Spirit is Michael Jordan playing. Oh, they were playing like a demonic, low vibrational monster team, the Monstars. And, it was a group of people I'm hearing motley characters. It was a group of Looney Tunes, basically. So what I'm getting is the castaways, the ones society would call Looney Tunes, are basically the ones that help aid in this ascension, this winning of the game. Something about that is significant with the archangels as well. So everyone's in a team playing in tandem to get this done. Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3. I don't know, somebody might be watching that, but Strange New Worlds. So I'm just getting the new world of order, not the new world order, but the new world of order will take place, and it will be strange, but it can't be undone. I haven't watched that series, so something about that series is significant. Perhaps they're trying to create a strange new world for us, and that's being taken down. The puppets at play. Also, this could signify the puppets at play could signify the voters or people who have been easily manipulated by those who pull the strings, right? I'm just getting Geppetto and Pinocchio, right? So someone's telling huge lies and manipulating people with these lies. Strings will have to be cut. Cords will have to be cut with these people. You'll know when you see it. Use your intuition. Don't doubt it. BOMBS over Baghdad came through. That song is significant. AT Aliens, Outcasts. You can need to watch my video on AT Aliens. You can need to watch my video on Outcasts. It says if you are considered an outcast, this message is for you. Again, I'm just getting that Looney Tunes energy, the outcast, the aliens are already here. It's the outcast of the world. It's the Looney Tunes that people call, crazy or outlandish or very eccentric. 1000 is significant for someone. I'm seeing my aunt in the energy. So heavy justice in the energy. Someone will be compelled to tell the truth. Then I just got liar, liar. Remember in that movie when Jim Carrey could not lie? Something about that is significant. Two liars could be significant who will be compelled to tell the truth publicly, as everything they did was publicly. Okay, so from that sacred clown energy, what I'm getting is this was a attempt at a public humiliation, and now that is returning. So they want to play in the energy of public humiliation. That's what they will receive for a gift. So if someone wanted to cause, or I'm getting initiate a humiliation ritual for you, whether this is individually, locally, globally, I got governmentally as well, that is being turned around and turned right on their heads. Rings of fire, significant. The Most High working in tandem, as I said, archangels, ancestors as well, working in tandem to clear this shit up. The house and cabinets will be cleaned out first. First shall be last, last shall be first. By any means necessary. So they want to stagnate this, trying to delay the inevitable. There will be no more delays. This is happening regardless. It will be done. It shall be done is what I'm getting. Guardians of the underworld coming through heavy Anubis energy. So just feathers. I saw a feather this morning, and that just lets me know hearts are being weighed. Again, justice being called, judgment being called. Hathor, Ma'at in the energy. I saw that on an alert and forgot. I didn't even realize I had written that down already. Heavy justice and judgment raining down on their parade. Justice raining down on their parade. I'm getting just ice. So something with ice is significant too. All this judgment is being called on all this. No one owns the land, right? We should just all do good for the sake of doing good and work in unity and work in tandem. But that'll be forced by any means necessary. I'm hearing a train honking. You can have a train near you. Something about that is a confirmation just for this message or this reading or someone listening. A royal flush is significant. So two things come to mind. That game that's always coming up, ads could be significant. But the game with that king that is stuck in the like Candy Crush game and he's being basically flushed out. So whoever thought they would be sitting on this throne of dictatorship, dictating, will be flushed. Anyone in that lower egoic, low vibrational energy who wants to control resources, dictate how things go in other people's lives instead of getting on their throne, getting on their purpose, on their path. Judgment has been called. Justice has been reined in to restore balance. Something about TVs are significant. When I was channeling this message, I was out for a walk and I saw a bunch of TVs outside for trash. So that could be significant. Turn off the TV and do the internal work. The Good Lord Bird came through, which is a movie or a show, but it's basically, when I read the synopsi or significant, I'm just getting synapse. I got another alert. So confirmation, synapses are significant. Somebody's mental is all the way off. And I'm sure someone in power, we can see that it's very clear. How they conduct themselves is very indicative of not being there all mentally. But the good Lord Bird, I'm just getting from that the good Lord swooping in like a bird, clearing this up. The synopsis was a tragic and absurd. It's a tragic. Okay, let's take it back to the royal flush. What I got from that is they will wander in the wilderness as God's people know how to find their way around. The good Lord Bird came through. TVs are significant. As I was channeling this, I was walking, taking a daily little nature walk. Somebody might need to do that. And I just saw a bunch of TVs in the trash. Now is the time to turn away from the TVs, the screens, the phones, as they have become addictive, right? With the constant dopamine hits of instant gratification, getting the likes, the notifications, the dings, the bells, the whistles, the lights, right? We've been reprogrammed. This is another addiction. I'm just seeing a kid playing with a toy that does all the things, the dings, the lights, the sounds, right? So our consciousness, our mentality has been mummified. I'm getting mummified, just ruining our attention spans as people can barely pay attention to anything longer than the duration of a YouTube short video or a TikTok video. People have no attention span whatsoever. So we need to get away from the screens, back into reality, right? It's so funny. We watch virtual reality when we can just watch reality. We have reality shows, but we're not living in reality ourselves. And none of these things are real. It's just a mimicking of. The good Lord Bird, when I read the synopsis, it was described as tragic and absurd. The racial, religious, and gender roles that make up America's identity and just how ridiculous they are. So, again, we can see that all around us. That's being evened out, evening the playing field. A martial artist could be significant. Mortal Kombat came through, finished them. And I just got that in all caps. So that is what's being balanced out. The narcissist in power, as we know, capitalism itself is a narcissistic structure. As I said before, it encourages an energy of taking, stepping on anyone you can to get to the top. It values money over humanity, over principles and morality and values. So capitalism itself is a narcissistic energy that is being taken down as well. Taking no prisoners. No assist needed. We'll take it from here. So I'm just getting stand clear, steer clear, stand back. Excuse me. You know how when someone's in the emergency room, I'm just seeing the doctors do that paddle thing where they're trying to resuscitate someone and you have to stand back and stand clear. I'm getting AED machines as well. And those could be initials. Something about an AED machine is significant. But resuscitation attempts of this energy, they're trying to resuscitate something that's been long gone, a way of being that's been long gone. We like Handmaid's Tale, taking people's rights, taxing people. I'm getting Boston Tea Party, taxation without representation, just all the negative things. Slavery, not paying indentured servants. We're basically all indentured servants of America, not being paid what we are owed our just due. And it's not just here, definitely, right? We have that going on all over the world. We shouldn't have people just in depraved, impoverished situations here in the year of our good Lord 2025, right? A hostile takeover is needed, is what Spirit is saying. So spiritually, this is what's occurring, right? By any means necessary, because this negative energy, these negative entities working through these people, kind of keeping this negative energy stirring in a pot. I'm just seeing like a witch's brew, like a cartoon though, like the typical witch with a bump on her nose, scraggly hair, a black hat, black and purple hat. Something about that is significant. Just Halloween energy, and she's stirring a black cauldron with green things. So I don't know if these energies are working with said witches who kind of cook up things, or they're just cooking up things. No, they're definitely working with somebody. So they've done a poor job stewarding the planet, stewarding the government, stewarding these positions of power, shepherding the people. They are in no position to be in position of leadership, right? So they will be driven out by the Most High. Sleepless nights, burials, no strays. I got God as a bullet, taking the power back from horrible leaders with no soul. And I'm just hearing God don't miss. Like Curry, I said that in another video, like Jordan. He don't miss, right? I'm seeing Jordan playing baseball, basketball, golf. Like, it's him. Because of You came through. That's a song by Neo. And what I got from that is Neo in the Matrix. Said something about the movie The Matrix is significant. Trilogy. I'm just getting 1, 2, 3. All of them could be significant. Just watch them all. But the one, the Oracle, is significant. So we definitely need to cleanse our energy. Something about the Matrix, the one, Neo. Okay, so I'm getting Neo in the Matrix has been awakened. The star player has been activated, right? So none of this could go on until Neo was kind of awakened to the Matrix to help be able to bring it down. So the star player who was needed to awaken has awakened, or those specific players. But I'm getting there's a one specifically because he was the one. And basically, once he accepted his role of the one, he was able to almost effortlessly help take down the Matrix, right? Because he's the one. I'm just seeing Keanu Reeves doing the whole back bend, bullets flying thing. And they were just no match for him. So Agent Smiths are significant agents as well. Agencies could be significant. Okay, guys, so that is the message. Take what resonates. Remember, drop what doesn't. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. If you overstand, you don't have to try to understand. Remember to seek purpose, not just paychecks. And until next time.